Shalom, my friends, and thank you for accepting my invitation to come back to the tea table. The Lord woke me up at 4:15 in the morning to work on today's message because He loves you and me so much. Today's message is called The Invitation, and it comes from Psalm 34. How did you like the way I opened my message today with an invitation to come back to the tea table? You know, each one of us have probably had hundreds of invitations to do something, and these invitations probably started at an early age. We've had invitations to go to a birthday party, or maybe it was a wedding, or a surprise trip, or even something as simple as an invitation to dinner. Most invitations are pleasant and something we look forward to. And of course, there are some invitations that we don't look forward to, so we don't accept them. I once received an invitation to a timeshare for a weekend, all expenses paid. And all I had to do was listen to a 3-hour sales pitch about how much I needed to buy into their resort. Thank you, but no thank you, I told myself, as I threw the invitation in the garbage. Another time, I received an invitation in the mail for a wonderful dinner at a fancy restaurant, and all I had to do was sit in on an hour-long session of how to invest in the stock market with this investment company. Again, thank you, but no thank you. So what exactly is an invitation? Well, it's an offer, a summons, or a request for you, the receiver, to do something. In other words, it's a written or spoken request to be present or to participate in something. Babylon 10 dictionary says it's a written or spoken request for one's presence. Funny thing about invitations, depending on our mood or the degree of the attraction or who or where it's at, we can either accept or we can reject them. Sometimes our decision is based on what's in it for me. In other words, how badly do I want to spend a weekend at a resort timeshare? Or how badly do I want to have dinner at that fancy restaurant? And do I want to give up my time for what I get in return? In other words, what's in it for me? Let's be very clear. Sometimes we make a decision to accept or reject the invitation only to be really upset at our decision. I once had a person in New York walk up to me and invite me and my friend to purchase a box of camera equipment for $100. I looked at this guy and thought to myself, this guy is trying to hustle us, and I won't allow him to pull a fast one on me. So I said, no thanks, although my friend and I were both amateur photographers. My friend said, I'll accept your invitation or request to buy the box for $100. I told him, you have to be crazy. You have no idea what's in the box, and it's probably all junk. He told me, well, it's my $100, and that's not too much to gamble. And he paid the guy the amount requested, and we carried this large, very light box to my friend's house to see what was in the box. When we got to his house and opened the box, there was probably over $5,000 worth of the finest German camera equipment that one could purchase. Camera bodies and lenses and flashes and filters, everything a photographer would dream of, and all for $100. That was an invitation I regretted not taking advantage of. And the question of what's in it for me quickly changed to that could have been mine. Well, where am I going with this, you might be asking yourself. As I mentioned, the Lord woke me up at 4:15 in the morning and took me to Psalm 34, or, as I discovered, the Psalm of Invitations, with the greatest what's in it for me results a person could imagine. Psalm 34 is a written or spoken request to be present or to participate in something that has its origin in heaven and its benefits here on earth. My friends, this is an invitation I strongly suggest you accept, and I promise you will not be disappointed with your decision. Who exactly is the invitation from, and what is it saying? Well, it's from God, and this is what he's saying. You are invited to bless me at all times, and let my praises be constantly in your mouth. As your soul, your very being, brags in me, the shy and meek and downcast will hear of it, and they will be glad and happy, for they will realize there is hope for them. Magnify and exalt me, and promote and lift my name. Seek after me, for I will hear you, and I will deliver you from every one of your fears and worries and uncertainties. As you look to me, your face will be joyful and happy, and you will not be ashamed or disappointed or embarrassed. Even before you cry out to me, I will have already heard your cries, and will have saved you from every one of your troubles and worries and distresses. Reverence and respect me, and as you do that, my presence will circle and encamp around you and deliver you and set you truly free. You are invited and encouraged to prove for yourselves that I am good and worthy and dependable, and as you trust and put your confidence in me, you will be blessed because of me, and in those blessings you will have no lack or absence of anything. Again, I say, as you search and seek for me, you will have no lack of any good thing. My friends, this is an invitation from the Lord God Almighty, which has the greatest return on your investment of accepting his invitation to find him. What's in it for you? Everything good that you could have ever imagined. As I mentioned in one of my other messages, he is the gift that keeps on giving. And with that, I leave you with this. Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha. Ye'ed Adonai panav elecha v'honecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha ve'yesemlecha shalom. The Lord bless you and protect you. The Lord cause the light of his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn all of his attention to you and give to you his peace. God bless, my friends, and I'll see you again next week at the tea table.